Hey y'all, happy Sunday. I just be jamming to that sometimes. This is my review for the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 15, episode 1. Before we get into this, make sure you like the video, please and thank you, and subscribe to a Ninja. Good morning to y'all on the West Coast, and good afternoon to y'all on the East Coast. Well, actually, I guess, Central Time, it's still morning there too. Whatever. Good morning and good afternoon. Yeah. Let me turn my notifications off because y'all know I'll be having like ADHD. So yeah. Also, thank y'all so much for letting me know that I am in y'all's top 5 for the YouTube 2025. I like that they do the little Spotify rap thing too with your favorite YouTubers. So yeah, for those of you who have not let me know that I'm in your top 5, let a ninja know. And I will also repost you if you tag me on Instagram. But yeah, so y'all, luxury is back on Bravo, on Housewives at least. And look, I get it. A lot of y'all are mad at this franchise. A lot of y'all, don't care for a few of the ladies, maybe majority, maybe all of them. But yes, I'm going to give this season a chance. It's still one of my favorite franchises, and it's going to be a hill that I die on. I'm sorry. It just feels like it's been this huge backlash, like it's boring. And I think a lot of people who feel these sentiments are Garcelle fans. I know that she brought a lot of people to this franchise who didn't watch it before a Black woman came on here. But there were some of us who watched when it was like the crown jewel of all the franchises of Bravo. Because look, seasons 1, 2, 3, was 4 good too? I think 4 was good too. But yeah, I love this franchise. Let's just talk about Garcelle leaving the show. So if y'all remember, she walked off after the reunion. She still went so she can fulfill her contract obligations. And yeah, I think Garcelle saw the writings on the wall. I think she used this platform to her utmost advantage, and I think she's smart for actually leaving before the tide turned on her and before the pendulum swung in a direction that wasn't favorable to her. Because I think these women were kind of fed up with, her being a confessional gangster. That's what she was. I'm just keeping it real. And I love Garcelle, but you can't talk all this cash money shit and then when they all come after you at the reunion, be blindsided. You got to stand in what you said. Yes, I know a lot of y'all agree that, of course Dorit faked her robbery. Of course. I stand by Garcelle 10 toes down. Then why didn't Garcelle stand 10 toes down at the reunion on what she said? I don't know. And I think the only person that she should be mad at is Sutton. I'm not sure, she just said, fuck these other ladies. I'm not sure she still followed. Afterwards, she unfollowed everybody except for Jennifer Tilly and Kathy Hilton. And we saw at BravoCon that Jennifer Tilly shaded Garcelle. So, is she unfollowed too? Y'all let me know in the chat. Let's just be messy. But yeah, I'm going to miss Garcelle. I thought she was a great addition to the cast. I thought she did the work. I would have loved to see 2 Black housewives on at the same time. But I feel like she was just tired of it. And, I feel like this season definitely would have been great with her. I don't think she's going to come back. I think she used this franchise for all that she needed. And she dipped. And she's dressing even better these days, and she isn't looking back, and it's fine. It's fine. So good luck to her. But the thing is, I don't see why people trying to call Boze like a COON. I don't get that. Like, they didn't have that much of a friendship. They were kind of work buddies. They weren't over that. I don't know. They just weren't at a level yet where I would be like, oh, Boze backstabbed her. And with the whole Erica Jane Watch What Happens Live thing, I mean, if somebody unfollowed me too without any explanation, I'm gonna be like, deuces, without any explanation. I'm not gonna care either. Like, what is with this like camaraderie? I don't know. Anyway, uh, let's see. So what I personally love about Beverly Hills, I think 50% of it is the luxury. I feel like, this franchise has been coasting for a few seasons, but it's not terrible. I think y'all forgot what is a terrible Housewives franchise. Like, let me see. What was a bad one? Dubai. That was not great. Collectively. Some bad seasons. I think y'all forgot just how bad Real Housewives of Atlanta season 15 was. Like, I think y'all really forgot how bad that season was. Like, every season has a bad one, but I feel like Beverly Hills isn't to the point where we need to cancel it. Oh, well, New York, yes. Thank you for reminding me. She is bringing struggle. Where? Where is she bringing struggle, y'all? Like, outside of the show? Because on the show, she's still dressed to the nines. Now, when that Wendy lawsuit comes, I will say she bringing struggle, but I don't see struggle right now on Beverly Hills, at least on this past episode. So yeah, thank you. Like, Beverly Hills is still watchable. And I will keep it 100 with y'all. Like, I still have my bias a little bit, but look, I used to love New York, and I was just like, y'all, I can't take this anymore. Thank you for the super chat, Mary Lee Muse. I didn't finish last season, but why are people calling Boze a raccoon? Because they think that she left Garcelle hanging out to dry, which I don't understand at all. Like, can we stop making this a social justice issue? Like, when it becomes one, because y'all can go back. The footage is on my YouTube channel. When Dorit yelled at Garcelle or any type of microaggression came on, I dragged her ass. So I don't want to hear shit. Like, I will show up when it's, made for it, but I'm not about to make everything a race issue. Erica Jane coming at Garcelle, throwing shade, like, let Garcelle fight. Stop coddling her. That is the thing. Like, I don't understand. I get loving a housewife, but the way not y'all, but the way y'all like coddle Garcelle, it's crazy. Like, she'll be a confessional gangster and then show up to the reunion, like, and it's crickets. Anywho, I will bring up Garcelle in another capacity because it makes sense, but I'm gonna wait till we get to that bridge. Also, a lot of people say it's terrible when it's still the highest ratings on Bravo, but I cannot wait to see the ratings for this season premiere. I know it's not going to be as high because not that many people watch Bravo like that anymore, but in real time. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, let's get into the episode, y'all. We almost have 100 people in the room, so I'm glad to see that y'all are still watching. Or maybe y'all just watching for me. I appreciate both. Anyway, so I remember seeing this episode. I saw like the first half of the episode pretty much at BravoCon, so it kind of felt like watching a rerun. We get these produced slow motion images of the cast. I kind of laughed seeing Erica Jane outside washing her car in heels. I'm like, okay, all right. And then Dorit walking on Rodeo Drive with her empty shopping bags. Like, come on. We get it. We get it. like we're getting luxury. But yeah, we start the episode at Boze's house, and she's hosting her bestie, Dorit. The friendship is still going strong. Dorit says Boze is her closest friend in the group. We get an update on Dorit and PK. And now PK is the one that's photographed kissing a woman on the street that looks very much so like Dorit. It's really a shame these men, well, the men that look like PK, can just at the drop of the dime, just get another Dorit off the assembly line. It's crazy that there's another person waiting in the wings for your spot. But yeah, I want to know, when are Dorit and Kyle gonna let these men go? Let them go. Like, Dorit has at least filed. Like, she says that PK is trying to get joint custody, and she calls bullshit on that because she knows that he doesn't live the lifestyle to have the kids 50% of the time. And I totally agree with that. Even when they were together, living in the same house, he was gone for maybe a week or two at a time. So we then get an update on Dorit's relationship with Kyle. So far, it's still rocky between the two of them. She doesn't feel supported. I think she mentions when the news came of her filing, she didn't immediately hear from Kyle. But speaking of Kyle, I'm glad I get to do that once again. Anyway, we're at the house with all her daughters. Alexia is the first of her daughters that is getting married. I'm not sure if y'all watch Buying Beverly Hills, but Lord, her daughters are annoying. Lord, I mean, I saw both seasons because, I like the little Selling Sunset shit, those type of episodes. But they were well, not Portia, but the three older daughters, they were just three different versions of Kyle. And it was just too much. The conversation then turns to Mauricio being spotted out with women. They want him to tone it down. And I'm just he's separated and he's single. Kyle can do the same thing, but she chooses not to for whatever reason. File, Kyle, please. I just don't understand. What is keeping her from doing this? Her wanting him to be discreet is ridiculous to me. I'm not mad at Mauricio living his life. Kyle needs to do the same. I don't know. The daughters are now being more vocal, it seems, and they definitely have their moms back with this conversation. Yeah, I mean, he was tied down for almost 3 decades to the same person. I mean, look, I would be wilding too. Look, I have a friend, former friend. He was in a relationship, a heterosexual relationship, 2 kids. And, he got divorced because he turned out to be a homosexual. And once he got a taste of the lifestyle, child, I mean, still, he is a great dad and everything, but child, he is out in the streets, to the point where I was just sir, I lost a friend to the streets then. And he's living his best life, great dad or whatever, but I was I can't do this. Circuit party after circuit party after circuit party. It's a whole different life, And he's living in his truth, So when people have this new experience or whatever, they're going to indulge. So yeah, next scene, we are reintroduced to the Rachel Zoe. Now, for starters, I was a huge fan of the Rachel Zoe project, my gay ass. It was so good. I was like invested. Like I died. What did she say? It was something else that she said. I totally die. Bananas. This is so bananas. Oh my god. This spicy honey sauce, so bananas. So I was so glad to see her back on Bravo, especially a housewife. I know some people didn't give a shit, but I did. We already know in fashion, she is that girl. We don't need a reintroduction or a background for me to go into. Her connection to the group is Kathy Hilton, friends through Paris, of course. She's visiting Kathy and just giving her some free fashion advice, because that's what friends do. Rachel gives an update on her divorce because I think when she signed the dotted line, like she was pretty much like at the tail end of a nasty divorce with her then husband. She says they were married for 26 years, together for 33. I remember they had a very interesting relationship on the show. They were so intertwined business-wise. And I think just like with Candy and Todd, like that can definitely strain a marriage. She says they waited 18 years of their marriage to have kids together. That's crazy. That is crazy. I think my mom, she waited 7 years in her marriage. I think it was like either 6 or 7. But yeah, I'm supposed to be older than what I am, but my mom had me at like 32 back in the day. And that's a little older back in the day to decide to have a child. But yeah, basically once they had kids, it was downhill from there. Moral of the story, y'all, in marriages, don't have kids. I'm kidding. But I will say having kids definitely changes the relationship. So the next scene, we're with Sutton. She's hosting a mini gathering for some of the ladies. Her mom is there. They now have a better relationship with each other. And I think, what's her name? I think it's Ruth. She's no longer the meanest mom on Bravo. Muzzy has definitely taken that crown. So we see Erica and Kyle arrive. We're reminded that the friendships between Sutton and Erica and Sutton and Kyle have definitely been rocky. But Sutton at this point, she needs allies on this show. So I can definitely see her playing nice this season. Oh my God, why I said Ruth, Reba. Thank y'all. See, this is why I have a live. Thank you for correcting me. I know it began with an R and it was 4 letters. I was close. Sutton has no friends. Well, she's trying. Kyle asked Sutton about Avi not working for her anymore. If y'all remember, he was her right-hand man, basically her indentured servant. She said she just had to let him go. Sutton says there was no drama, but I really think she's downplaying it because they aren't on good terms. I remember when I stopped working for Amanda, like we were not on good terms. But we came back because, I'm just a nice person in general. And this was pre-Pop Roast. And, when I saw that, because she ended our relationship when she moved to LA, but then when I hit her up and was just like, congratulations on your success with Insecure or whatever, we kind of got back to like talking here and talking there. And then I did some work for her. And then the whole Pop Roast thing, I got on that. And I was like, oh, well, I'm in comedy now too. You should watch my show, Pop Roast. And I'm sorry to go on a tangent, but I just want to finish this story for y'all. The timeline. So then with the timeline was like she was telling me she had some problems with not being on Black Lady Sketch Show. And then I think the whole Emmy thing happened. And yeah, once we did a video, oof, that was a wrap. And I was on her side for the most part. If you go back to that video, I'm gonna do a Patreon. I can't remember which video it was, but remind me on Pop Roast, and I'll let y'all know what video that was that made her be like, choose better friends. But anyway, I hate that Sutton is downplaying her relationship. Like, just let us know what actually happened. Like, get ahead of the story before Avi has his tell-all. So then, let me see. So speaking of, her fallout with one friend, producer Kyle then brings up Garcelle. The ladies, they all saying they don't know what happened. Again, Sutton loses me when she starts doing this shit. It annoys me. Just be real about it. Like, you can't just take some accountability like how you were at the reunion. Like, you didn't have your friends back at all. And Garcelle, like, one of the things she is known for on the show is having Sutton's back. So yeah, of course we know Garcelle unfollowed everybody on the cast except for Kathy and Jennifer. Erica's like, she unfollowed me and I unfollowed her. So then Kathy arrives and they move the gathering outside and they're all seated for lunch. Something else going on in Sutton life is her husband got an annulment of their marriage from the Catholic Church. I guess the big deal with this is her last name getting taken away. If I'm wrong, can y'all let me know in the chat? I wanted to know, what the big deal about that was. They've been married for 17 years, and Sutton's mom, she has no filler throughout this lunch, and she does say that, I was wondering, does this make the children bastards? I haven't heard that word in a minute, bastard. When I saw that, I was like, Lord, have mercy. It's a Catholic thing. That mama said the kids are bastards. I would have said, shut the fuck up. These grandmothers are either mean or let the grandkids do whatever. So, it does. I don't know. I'm the furthest thing from like religion. So I really don't know, like, even what's the purpose of annulling a marriage you were in for 17 years. It sounds like pettiness on her ex-husband's part. Anyway, they move on to Kyle hosting everyone at her house for a gathering. She lets everyone know. She asks Sutton, is it okay? Because, Dorit's going to be there. And as we know, Dorit was eating up Sutton at the past reunion. Kyle then brings up that Dorit filed for divorce and, something that she needs to do her damn self. But yeah, that's the topic at the table right now. Side note, let me see. Thank you for my cameo. It made my day yesterday. And yes, happy belated. Appreciate you so much. Yes, y'all. So I do cameos now, and they're always going to be discounted. So look out for it. It is in the description below. As you can see, I have someone that had a cameo from me, and I'm really glad that you were delighted by it. Hey, if you need me to, if you need some encouraging words, happy birthday, you want me to do some impressions for you, ask me anything. Look, it's basically, a personal live between me and you. So yeah, anyway, book me on Cameo. Dorit is a topic at the table right now. And you can tell Kathy Hilton does not give a fuck about the conversation because we see her looking at her reflection in a knife. And then she pulls out scissors from her purse, trying to cut a stray thread off of her hat. Kathy is a Looney Tune. You can't get married in the Catholic Church after divorce. He probably wants to get married again. Oh, okay. Look, I would have never knew. Kathy is a clown. I agree. I agree. So they're talking about the photo of PK kissing the girl, and y'all notice Kyle is giving PK the benefit of the doubt at the table. Crazy. Sutton's mom calls him unattractive, which I mean, it's something not for her to say, but she wasn't lying. Sutton asked Kyle, does she still talk to PK? And Kyle, she says, well, she hasn't spoken to PK. However, she says she has not severed ties with him. And look, y'all, that is all we needed to know right there. Like, if her allegiance was to Dorit, the ties would have been severed. Like, it's a no-brainer. Like, I could see if it was Lisa Vanderpump still on PK's side, because that's how she met Dorit, through PK. But Kyle, she met Dorit's husband through Dorit. Like, I don't get that. Like, Kyle, I'm side-eyeing. I'm side-eyeing you. I'm sorry. Thank you, Army Brat Girl, for the super chat. Hey, Woody. Oh my God, not Woody. Hey, Woody. Love you from Perimeter Mall. Hey, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Ugh, get some water. Side note, I was telling my friend, I enjoy Beverly Hills, and, I was prepping for this review. And he was like, nothing happened. I'm like looking at the time right now. I am 28 minutes in to this review. Look, they still gave me something to work with, okay? So, yeah. Next scene, we're at Rachel's residence. Rachel loves her space and solitude. And on that, we see each other. Because today, Sunday, I'm going to enjoy my peace and my solitude. I'm going to take myself out for lunch today, too. She says she comes home to her big house smiling. And she's the only one there. When her kids are, with her ex-husband, or, if they're away at camp or something like that. I love it for her. We get some more insight on her divorce. And she says the biggest regret was working together. And I wonder if that's what Candy's biggest regret is. Because, down the line, Candy going to tell us her business. Either if it's behind a paywall or if she come back on Bravo. She even hints at her ex-husband not having the best relationship with their kids. Yikes. So then we're introduced to her son, and I was definitely impressed how, mature and well-spoken he was. He wasn't awkward on camera. I would say divorce around that age, because they said he's 11, is very tough. Divorce definitely did a number on me, and I was 10 years old. It was like a push and pull. I had to move out of my childhood home. I switched schools. It was the whole nine. So yeah, divorce fucked me up as an adolescent. So yeah, I wish it happened when I was a teen, because I definitely wouldn't have gave a fuck then. But yeah, I think today's kids, they're way more cognizant of what's going on, I think. Also, what I thought was really, it was really like a cool thing. Like when she asked them, well, do you like any girls, at school? I loved his answer. He said, well, my hormones haven't kicked in yet. And Rachel was like, yeah, thank God. But I was just like, that's just such a good, response, instead of trying to push your kids or trying to make sure, oh, You like girls, right? Because I see a lot of that on, like, this is random, but on Married to Medicine, if you notice, like, how Toya and Eugene, like, it seemed like they're trying to, like, just make sure that their boys like girls. Like, I be seeing that sometimes in the scenes. Anyway, Rachel seems like she's doing a good job with her kids, and I'm liking Rachel so far on the show. She's coming off very authentic, very authentic. She's not coming off fake at all to me. Oh yes, and this part when he said real love isn't easy. Easy, what is it? Easy love isn't real. I was like, where did this young boy learn this? These kids use therapy language nowadays. They be knowing shit. Exactly. They are more aware these days. Thank you for the super chat, Rich the Fish. This season will give Cynthia level entertainment. Look, Rich the Fish, I expected this comment from you, but thank you for the super chat. You are my contrarian chat, like contrarian of the chat. Straight people can't help themselves. They love straightness more than anything. Look. Like, I think some, like, parents would rather their child be straight than, like, if they're in the criminal activity, it's fine. But if you're gay, what? Get out my house. Crazy. Let's see. I was stuck that she was making him real food. That too, like just cooking, making bacon and eggs. Side note, sunny side up eggs. It will make me throw up. Give me some soft scramble any kind of day. If my friend watching in LA, his scrambled eggs, oh my God, I will go stay at his house just so he can make me some scrambled eggs. Like, making good scrambled eggs is an art. My fat ass is hungry right now. I'm sorry. Anyway, next scene, Erica and Boze are meeting up for dinner. Nice place in LA. They're just catching up with each other. Erica discusses Tom being sentenced to prison. Her reaction is more so like oh well. I think the huge elephant in the room is her and Tom are still married. She has not divorced this man yet. Like, I'm thinking, is she waiting till he croaks? I'm thinking she's trying to wait till his ass is in the ground. But does anyone have an answer for me in the chat? Like, because I'm thinking, why hasn't she divorced him yet? So then Boze asked her about, I guess sometime that she hooked up with a Bravo star. And apparently, I had to Google this. It's some guy from Summer House with the Joker smile. I don't know these people, but she says nothing worth reporting happened between the two of them. I definitely think they fucked, but maybe she didn't get off from it or something, because I don't know. She was just treating it like, oh, it was nothing, but she was just really mum about it. I don't know. Maybe he early or something. Boze then wants the tea on Sutton and her close relationships that disintegrated. She wonders if she can trust having a friendship with someone like that. So I think in this scene, Erica is also aware, like the audience, that Sutton doesn't have many allies. So she knows that Sutton is going to try to be in their good graces. And not them throwing shade at Sutton. Like, Erica was saying she had a box shape. Let me see. Life insurance. Access to the money. If Erica divorces, assets and debts will be divided. Oh. But what if he dies? Will the debts go with him in the grave? Boze was dead on. If all your friends are no longer your friends, the problem is probably you. I agree. I totally agree. I mean, we all know that Sutton is kind of shaped like the Mr. Peanut Man. She is, especially when she wear those sack dresses. I'm just like, girl, stick to the gowns or something. Anyway, next scene is the day of Kyle's Midsommar event where everyone's wearing these damn flower crowns. As Sutton gets ready, she FaceTimes Kyle, and it seems that, her and Kyle are, on good terms right now. However, Kyle asks her, is she going to be comfortable around Dorit? And Sutton says, she's open to a conversation. And overall, it looks like Sutton don't want no problems. So, look, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about obsessed with Garcelle after walking away from Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So we're at Kyle's house now. And if it's one thing Kyle knows how to do, it is host and put on an event. Like, it looked really cute. The ladies are arriving. We get a cameo from the morally corrupt Faye Resnick. Kyle almost had a panic attack because the girl with Faye looked like Dorit. Like, she was like, oh my God, is that Dorit? Is that Dorit? It was just a really strange reaction. And I low-key was thinking, maybe she was thinking, oh, why is Dorit with my best friend? Like, why is she with Faye? Why are they coming together? Like, I think she got spooked for a little bit. Oh, yeah, the food did look good. So, yeah, the real Dorit then shows up. I was thinking, can they please chill out with the slow motion walks? We see Boze arriving with the whole crew, like her daughter, her man, someone else. I think that's her hairdresser, stylist, or assistant. But thank you, Boze, for bringing some color to the party. Also, the way Kyle greets Boze, you can tell they haven't seen each other since filming Wrapped. When Kyle told her, oh, I forgot how tall you were. Kyle says in her confessional that she hopes to be closer to Boze. And then, Boze is aware in her confessional as well, her relationship with Kyle. She says, if Kyle opens up to me, yeah, I'll be all for it. But if not, I will be glad to be her acquaintance. Not you. I couldn't eat at her place because of all those untrained dogs. No thanks. I mean, if she had cats, but I've never seen a dog in the kitchen. I mean, prove me wrong, but I've never seen one. Erica said if she divorces, then his estate due to debt can come after her money. She said they could get her for alimony. They could have made her testify against him. Oh, okay. I totally disagree. I saw him at BravoCon, and I don't know. Like, he is fine, and I didn't get gay from him at all. Like, he seems like he loves Boze. I will be shocked. Let me see. So Kyle is talking to Dorit, letting her know who else is coming. Y'all see how Kyle is trying to produce between Sutton and Dorit? She knows what she's doing. When she says Sutton is there, Dorit says, Sutton who? Like, she still does not see it for her, but she says she'll be cordial. And Dorit is pretty much don't start none, won't be none. But that's not how she said it, but that's basically how she meant it. So then, as they're talking about Sutton, she walks up to the party, Everyone is being cordial. I'm surprised Dorit is even asking Sutton about her annulment because it's giving a little fake, to what you were saying earlier. You don't care who she is, but you want to ask her, oh, Sutton, well, I heard about your annulment. How are you? Like, no. Like, if I felt that way about somebody I don't really fuck with, I'd be like, oh, hey, how are you? I wouldn't really ask or start the conversation about it. But yeah, Boze then asked Sutton about Garcelle and Avi. They ask her what happened, and Sutton again says, she don't know. I don't know what happened. And I'm just like, girl, you are not making it any better. Like, Garcelle's not going to hit you up at all until you give some type of accountability. Like, you don't see what you did? You didn't watch it? Dorit asks, do you think it was just an alliance? Sutton says no. And she says it was a real friendship. And I thought it was genuine on Garcelle's side. I want to believe that it was genuine on Sutton's side too, but the jury is out on that. So then, I totally agree. Boze better call Michael Darby to gold digger proof that prenup. That guy looks slick as grease. I definitely would get a prenup with him. Definitely. Because she seems like the breadwinner. He's given like a fine Stedman tease. So when it comes to I would say, well, let me see. Oh, here it is. Sorry, y'all. I'm on my notes. Need some water. I did not expect to be on here for 40 minutes, but I guess I just like talking to y'all. Anywho, so Boze is now calling a thing a thing since Sutton is beating around the bush. She knows Garcelle was upset that Sutton didn't have her back, for whatever strange reason. She was mad at Boze too for not having her back. But when it comes to Sutton, she asked her, do you think it's because you hung her out to dry? And Sutton just evades the question again by saying, well, she isn't speaking to anybody. She isn't speaking to any of us. So I guess we won't know. I thought that was a cop-out. I really did. So then we cut to Kyle's confessional, and she says Sutton was a different person when she was with Garcelle as opposed to when they were in private. And then she says, oh, well, now that Garcelle is gone, like, I hope I can see the real Sutton. I thought that was interesting because I don't know, like, how was Sutton putting on? I need an example. Like, that didn't make sense to me. So then later on, Rachel and Kathy arrive and they greet everybody. They sit down like in a picnic setting to talk. Kathy is being kooky per usual. Rachel fits in the group effortlessly to me. Like, she wasn't like quiet at all. She wasn't just listening. Like, she was actually like engaging, starting the topics at the table. You would have thought she was like, she knew all of them already. So the topic is, separation and divorce, because, this group definitely is familiar with that. Dorit is asked, do her kids know about the divorce now, since that was a touchy subject last season? She says they do, but they never had a formal conversation about it. So then Dorit is asked about the PK photo. Mauricio is brought up, and Rachel brings up how someone tried to hook her up with Mauricio in Aspen. The look on Kyle's face was priceless. They didn't really make it a thing at the table, but they all laugh it off. But Kyle was definitely trying to have a poker face when that came up. So yeah, like, Rachel is definitely making her opinion known to this group. When they're talking about Dorit's situation. She's saying, Dorit, you're so much better off. Like, he's a narcissist. And if it wouldn't have happened, like, you're lucky that it happened now, because it probably would have happened 5 years down the line. Like, she wasn't pulling any punches, but thankfully Dorit doesn't take any offense to it. Like, she is really open to Rachel's feedback, at least. I think if it was coming from Sutton, she probably would have shut her down, like calling PK a narcissist or a loser or whatever. So yeah, now the conversation is kind of like just ping-ponging between Dorit and Kyle's exes. Rachel asked Kyle, is she dating again? And Kyle ain't going to answer the truth to that. She says she's not, but Rachel is encouraging them both to date. And I'm glad that Rachel is giving the happy divorcee of the group. Like, she feels like, look, I'm going to be out and about. Like, my ex-husband, he got some other bitch right now. I'm not going to be in my house sobbing or being alone. I'm going to be out in these streets. And you're going to see me living my best life. So I love this for Rachel. And she's trying to encourage the other women who are still tethered to their men. Like, I feel like Kyle can just not let Mauricio go. And I feel like Dorit, she kind of halfway pulled the trigger. Like, Dorit, I'm pretty sure she can pull some man that looks better than PK. Like, it's PK. Like, the bar is in hell to get someone that looks better. Anywho, the credits are rolling. And it seems like Dorit is the one that's really looking forward to putting herself out there. And Rachel says, yeah, we need to have a hot girl summer. I'm just like, oh God. Oh God. And the phrase is now just being overused, like hot girl summer, hot girl summer. You have Kyle in her confessional wondering what's a hot girl summer. But yeah, that is where the episode ends. And then afterward, we get a clip of what's to come this season. I thought this was a solid premiere. Remember, like, the first episode is usually them just getting us reacquainted with the cast. I have no problem with that. And Beverly Hills is the franchise that it comes to a boil. Like, it starts to simmer. They're like planting all the seeds to like where, we're going to get some conflict and then the climax in the middle of the season. So yeah, I'm going to give them some time. So yeah, the score that I give for this episode is a 7.5 out of 10. Like, it wasn't like great, but it was a good premiere. It was solid, satisfactory. I don't think it was boring. Like, if I didn't see it, at BravoCon, I probably would have been a little bit more invested in the first episode instead of being on my phone. But yeah, look, Rich the Fish, I expect you to say it was a snooze fest. I totally forgot about the taglines. I feel like Rachel is going to give us a good one. I feel like Kyle going to disappoint me. Maybe Dorit. I don't know. I can't wait for the taglines. Also, we didn't get everybody on here yet. We still got the messy white chick that's coming. I think her name is Amanda, and I think she really starts to shake the table at some point, because we need somebody to come in and shake shit up. And I think she was coming after Erica. So we shall see. I can't wait. But yes, let's talk about the Garcelle of it all, because a lot of people was just like, oh, they keep bringing up Garcelle. She's that girl. You that bitch when you the cause of so much conversation. I'm like, first of all, y'all, calm down. Calm down. This is the first episode. The last time we saw these ladies, you had a fan favorite of the franchise walk off. And then, basically, got a brain fart. Sutton and Garcelle, they were thick as thieves, Thelma and Louise. And for them to just go their separate ways, I want to hear Sutton talk about it. I want to see if she's going to give us the real reason of why they fell out. I want to know shit like this. So them bringing it up, if I was the cast, I would want to know. She unfollowed everybody on the cast. Of course, they're going to talk about it. I don't understand, like if they didn't talk about Garcelle, y'all would have asked, oh, they didn't bring up Garcelle, So I'm just glad that, look, if you are a fan of Garcelle and can't watch this show without her, bye-bye. Bye. Let the rest of us enjoy it, okay? I mean, I get it that Garcelle was great. She was she's really likable. I love Garcelle, but she ain't gonna stop me from watching this show. So yeah. It wasn't that, big of a time difference either. So yeah. Anyway, I'm excited for the season, y'all. I feel like, with the amount of people in here, it looks like, y'all are going to be on this journey with me. I'm going to try to get, because this comes out on Thursdays and it is Sunday. So I will try my hardest to get these out a little bit sooner, but bear with me. I'm doing 4 videos a week. And when January comes, I'll be doing 5 videos a week. So yeah, y'all let me know what y'all thought about this premiere. Let me know if you were still on the Beverly Hills bandwagon. Let me know if you share my same sentiments with this whole Garcelle coddling, favoritism, backlash that the show is getting. Please let me know. And with that, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see y'all for the next episode.